I will never read every book. I will never listen to every song. I won't step foot in every city, but I will live 1,000,000 lives. Currently at the car warm-up, figured I'd talk to myself for a few seconds. Maybe the hot neighbors can see me, they'll, think I'm crazy, and, who doesn't like a little crazy in their life? But, you know what, guys, we're gonna have a great day. So let's freaking go. I feel like one of my problems is that if I don't have a great morning, I think that I can't have a great day. And like today, for example, I didn't sleep good last night for some reason, and I take that into the next morning and it affects my morning. But you know what? Today, we're gonna have the mindset that the past doesn't matter and that it can affect the next day. So you know what? I didn't sleep good last night, but guess what? Still had a good morning. Did a little push-ups, a few sit-ups, nice little thing of oatmeal. Read the big book, took some notes. Acts 1, verse 7. It's pretty good. Basically just have patience and trust God's timing. Couldn't quote it word for word. Shame on me. Currently at work, not working. Can't get me, government. All right, you guys, so I just got done with work. Hard-working blue-collar man, I look like I worked way harder than I actually did. I've had a pretty good day. Haven't worked too hard, I just meal prepped, made some good food. My steak, I'm always afraid to undercook it, so I end up overcooking it, so it's like not medium rare, it's like well done, which is kind of disappointing, but hey, at least I'm cooking. I'm not eating that goy slob, even though I do like Cane's. I wanted to talk about, first off, the guy who created OnlyFans died, and I've never seen such a celebration online, which I think is awesome. It's like, yeah, someone created a horrible platform and we are happy he died. Like, obviously, no. Like, I don't wish death upon anyone. But, the fact that he was, like, almost a billionaire because of it, it's ridiculous. Like, society's cooked, but, like, stuff like that gives me faith in society. But going from that, I wanted to talk about acts in the Bible. So today I read Acts 1, and Acts 1 verse 7 really kind of spoke to me. It states, "It is not for you to know time or seasons with the Father, with that the Father has fixed by his own authority." So, I don't want to be like super spiritual or like philosophical. Obviously, I want to be philosophical. I don't want to be like some pushing my agenda on you. I'm not like the greatest person. I hardly ever go to church, but sometimes I just feel inclined to read the big book. And I was like, you know what? Let's read Acts. And it was the whole first verse. I don't know, page, whatever it is for the one, and then before the hyphen, before the colon. But it was really interesting because I feel like we always talk about God's timing, and then this is the actual verse on it. And I feel like that's something I've needed lately, is just to be patient and to just trust timing that's beyond my control. Because there's so many things in life that we don't control. And I think that's my problem, is I try to fight the stuff I can't control. Like, I'm swimming against the current, when honestly you just have to ride the wave you're given and take advantage of it. And, someday you'll be able to make your own waves, you'll freaking own the wave pool, But right now, 23, shitty job. I don't control it. Actually, great job, but not my end goal. So that's why it's shitty. I think that's something that we think about. We think opportunities or the lack of them. And I think we just have to take advantage of what we get. We're all dealt different cards. Like, I had a blessed childhood compared to some people. Some people had really shitty childhoods. But then if you compare it to someone in Africa, it's like, oh, fuck, why are either of us even thinking about complaining? Like, think about, like, Iran. I don't understand how that... It's honestly so impressive. How does that government work? Like, oh, we just elected a new guy. Boom. Bombed him. Killed him. Okay. So the next guy, boom. We just bombed before you even finished voting. Like, what? How does that function? It's honestly impressive. Like, can you imagine what we would do in America? Like, one half stormed the Capitol because they lost a vote. The other half, like, burnt down the city because some random guy got killed by a cop. Like, can you imagine if, like, someone, like, killed our leaders? We would not be able to function. But, God's timing. And in it talked about Al-Qadama, or the field of blood, and that was where Judas died. And they said, like, stay away from that. Don't have anyone use that land. Like, it's the field of blood. And I found it interesting because after, Judas, betrayed Jesus, and after all that happened, they didn't forget about Judas. They actually went to replace him, which I find interesting because I feel like modern day, it's like Cesar Chavez right now. We try to, like, erase someone from history instead of just replacing them, if that makes sense. Like, obviously Judas was bad, but they didn't forget about him because you have to learn from his lessons. You have to learn from what he did wrong. That's the whole point of the Bible, the stories. And so I think in society right now, we try to erase instead of replace. Martin Luther King wasn't a great guy, but we don't erase him from history because he still did great things. Cesar Chavez, bad guy, but he still did great things as an activist, And like right now they're trying to take down all the Cesar Chavez stuff, yada, yada, yada. And they're trying to erase his history, but like, what about all the good he did? And when I think we need to replace it, I don't know who's gonna step up. It ain't gonna be me. I gotta make my little YouTube videos for my own self-worth. Always journal, guys. Journaling is awesome. This is like a digital journal now. What up, you guys? Just ending my day. Just went to run club. Honestly, I don't like run clubs from the point of like being social. I like it because there's fat people and it makes me run faster. Yeah, and that's you go there, you're supposed to talk to people. I talked to like 2 people, maybe, just hi, how's it going? You go to the other run last week? No, me neither. I think people try to be social too hard, where I'm going out and I'm with a group of people. Do I know all of them? No, but I'm with a big group and I'm interacting. It's kind of like in school, you go to school, you don't know everyone, but you went to school with them. I go to run club with these people and that's it. I have a good time. And yeah. 8-minute pace, just to let you guys know. Good night. Go be great.